12 years ago, leaders from the 3 downtown Carlisle United Methodist churches met on a snowy January night to talk about how we could do more together, how we could share ministries. We had a consultant with us that night from a firm called Oxano, and he was there to help us plan as individual churches how we might look to the future. Well, God had a totally different idea, and God was in the room that night. As our conversation evolved, it turned into talking about common problems and talking about solutions, and before the evening was over, every single person in that room found there is one solution, God-inspired, and that is that we unify, that the 3 churches become one new vital church. No one saw that coming. But you know what? God knew exactly what he wanted, and he was there ahead of us, moving us forward.
And we moved forward, and God blessed us from that moment on. The 3 churches began working for 2 solid years in a group called the Collab. We dreamed big dreams of reaching out to more people, reaching out to younger people, and doing more in our community. And then God truly blessed this church. Very unexpectedly, John Griffith, who was a member of one of the first churches, gave his entire estate to CUMC, a total of $2 million. And we knew at that point that God had big plans for this church.
We moved forward, and God continued to bless CUMC. The congregation voted to buy land and build a new church building and support 3 capital campaigns to pay for it. After investigating 11 different sites, God led us to purchase 25 acres of the Smith Farm, just off of South Spring Garden Street.
And as we move forward, God continued to bless CUMC. We planned our new facility and initiated the first of our 3 capital campaigns to fulfill the vision that God had given us. Thanks to the sacrificial generosity of our church family, the 3-year campaign was a resounding success, raising over $3.3 million, or 94% of what was committed. This amount far exceeded what our consultants expected we could achieve.
As we kept moving forward, we witnessed God blessing us throughout the journey. Construction began on this new facility in 2018, and with only one short shutdown due to COVID, we finished the facility in 2020 under budget. God blessed us in unexpected ways. When we weren't able to worship inside, he provided a parking lot so that we could worship outside in lawn chairs in our cars, but we could be together. Then finally in September of 2020, we were now in our new home at CUMC.
As we move forward, we realize just how much God has blessed CUMC. During COVID, as we all remember, we were very limited. There were so many uncertainties at that time, but we were still certain God was so leading us forward. Through all the issues of COVID, our second capital campaign was another resounding success, raising $2.4 million, which was 106% of what was committed. Once again, due to the fabulous generosity of our congregation, CUMC's second capital campaign exceeded expectations.
And as we continue to move forward, God continues to bless us richly. We're starting to see his visions for us become a reality. We're becoming a younger congregation, and we're reaching out to more people in the community and making a difference. We've become known as a vibrant church who loves God, who lives like Jesus, who welcomes all, and who reaches out to the community and beyond. And now we enter our 3rd capital campaign. Our debt remains at $2.7 million, but that is from a beginning of $15 million. We have come this far thanks to the generosity of each of you, and we are hoping that we can pay off the rest of that debt. Imagine what we can do if we are free from debt and can focus everything on God's vision for us.
You know, God continues to call us to move ahead. He continues to call us to step forward and follow His lead. And He so continues to richly and amazingly bless CUMC. Just imagine all that God can do through CUMC, and then further imagine all God can do through you.